Ah, I see. All right.
And so it's like baseball. It's gonna be like baseball. The third notice is ignored. They're gonna get like 30 days to cure when the third letter goes out, or so. And if they don't cure within 30 days or if they, then the fourth letter will come from the attorney. And so the discussion I want to have tonight from you all is that, are you willing to take it, systematically, these opportunities to the attorney, within 150 days, let's say. Because I don't want to create a system here where it's a paper tiger.
Right.
And got no teeth.
My feeling is, yes, that there's no reason to do this unless we are going to back it up with that, number one. Number two, with that in mind, I don't see why we should mention what possible fines are. And these fines are not ones we've created, they're what the state recommends.
I think I would like to do that in like the second letter.
Okay.
If I go out there after the first one, let's say I go out there after 30 days, I look around, nothing's happening. I come back, I run back, I send a second letter, certified, and then I write a second letter, which will indicate what the fines and
For the violations could be.
for not reaching a mutually satisfactory outcome. What the penalties, and the penalties can be severe. I wasn't able to get the exact dollar amounts on these penalties because the internet was down throughout the day.
Yeah.
But I think the minimum going in penalty is like $300 a day.
Wow.
It can be higher.
They're quite expensive.
And so at some point in time they're going to have to be assigned if they don't respond. They're going to have to be assigned a penalty. And I think that the letter from the attorney should be the one at that point to assign penalty. It's $300 a day. 30 days is $9,000. You're going to stand at risk losing your property. Or have a terrible lien on your property if you don't get it cleaned up.
And it starts out nice, because they might have a time frame that is mutually agreeable to you from the first letter to get it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Some people would respond right off first letter,
Yeah.
others may just think they
You
can.
mean 60 days?
And understand that, there may be circumstances with anyone. They might be in a hospital, they might be, who knows? But I'll keep the board informed if those cases come up, or maybe we do need some more time. But what we have to be, though, is consistent. We can't get into a situation where we unleash this and then make different rules for different people.
No continuity.
It's just like assessing it. I'm not sympathetic or empathetic to folks in their financial situations, but and this is, the rules have to be applied fairly, effectively, and standardly to everybody that we deal with.
And the good thing is right now, the price of scrap is up, so
Huh?
you can always get the price of scrap, so. Yeah. That's a good thing.
Well,
At least you
okay.
don't have to just pay to have it thrown away.
As you can see, the first targets are down here in Lower Water Street. The two lots down there. One is a dangerous building, because I've looked at it, and it's part of a automobile graveyard, junkyard scenario going down there in conjunction with the adjacent lot. And I had the state guy came out here, and he and I both went down there. He's a detective, and he carries a gun. And he's from the state. His name's Paul Doughton. And he's copied on these letters. He won't do my enforcement with me, but he will from time to time come up and look at various things. In a way, he's looking to find some things, if he can, that he can actually, he plays the major leagues, right? He can say it that way. And we're not to remind her because, but still, he'll support me and help me, with this. And he'll go out and show the state hat in cases where I need to show the state hat. This is a state guy. See the badge, see the gun?
Above board.
Get her done. And I plan to use him that way. but I don't plan to have him do my enforcement or our enforcement activities. That just is a extra persuasion in some situations where it might be needed.
Where's the other?
Hopefully after the first line, we don't have to do anything else.
Yeah. Pardon?
Where's the other? You said that there's.
He's drafting that, he said.
Oh, you got.
Well, it says it right at the top. These properties, map 16, lots 1 and 2.
Oh, I think you're saying the dangerous building that you mentioned.
2 would be number 1. I'm sorry, the dangerous building would be number 1. It's open, it's abandoned,
Yeah.
it's a hazard.
I see what you're saying.
It's, that fits the definition of a hazardous building. If it's open, if it's abandoned, if it's dilapidated, if it's a safety hazard, if people, kids and whatever can get access to it, then it's considered a
Oh,
safety.
yeah, they,
Okay? Anyway,
Thank you.
you want
Any
these
questions?
drafts, correct?
Oh.
These are still being drafted?
That's draft, so you just hand
You're
it.
supposed to review those and get back to him.
yeah.
For any changes or
So
corrections.
just hold
Mark
on.
up
Any
your right
additions, spelling,
She's done all that work.
Sarah?
I just-
Sarah, yes.
I just wanted to say, at least since I've been on the board, people that keep an open line of communication with us,
Yeah.
we work with everybody, so don't ignore these letters.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and you notice I say that right in there. I say, Ms. So-and-so, please, in bold, please do not ignore this notice. This is an urgent matter and requires your immediate attention. You know, and I tried to tell them, you need to you need to contact me, and I'll go into detail about that. Please contact me.
Communication.
And let's get down to
Prior to makes it a lot easier
Yeah.
for everybody to work together.
Right, and so if
Because they might be sick and then
you know,
unique
Yeah.
circumstance, or maybe they're away on a vacation.
the problem is in many of these cases, the property owners are hard to find and hard to contact. And so, you know, I made the letter very strident in that regard, because I know many of them just ignore this stuff.
Well, some people will feel threatened by it and apprehensive to make contact, so we need to do our best to.
Yeah. Well, yeah, if I got this letter, I would be like very concerned.
I'd call it right up.
If somebody's got a,
Because it is a threatening, the town is in fact threatening to take legal action to clean their properties up.
right, but if someone says, I've got a truck for that.
With an attorney if necessary, if they don't comply. I mean, there's no way to soft sell it.
But when, they don't need to be scared to come up here and.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, they shouldn't be scared.
We want to work
Right.
with them, not against them.
Right.
You know,
I think you and Jim are on the same page.
we are,
Yeah.
we definitely are.
Yeah.
But
You don't want to scare them, but some things do need to be taken care of. All right, Jim. Thank
So will
you.
we
Okay.
see you at our next meeting with a continuation? Will we see?
whatever you want to do.
Well, pending your progress.
We'll have all of our papers back within a week, and if not, assume that it's correct, and give us the final draft on our next meeting.
Could
Okay,
you
great.
email this to us?
No.
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 Yeah, no, not that stuff.
Well,
It's hard to mark up an email.
yeah, I don't use email.
Well, you just do it,
Can you, give me some ideas.
right?
I don't,
He
I'll
has
hope
to
you
have
can
it
understand
correct.
that.
font sizes to, great.
Nuances.
What are you, a
Good
print
job,
shop?
give her a call, and you guys can go over it together.
That's a good one, I like it.
Nuance.
Put the E on there for me.
All right, all right.
Okay, moving
Thank you,
along.
Sarah.
Jim,
What?
I mean,
You're good.
excuse me.
Appreciate your.
All right, just drop them on my desk and I'll,
All right.
Okay,
We'll compile all of our
anonymously.
corrections.
and I'll,
Thank you.
I'll integrate them all into a nice,
Yeah,
beautiful little document. And send- I
Okay.
want to get this letter out to these folks, so.
I
Yep.
thought it was great the way it was.
All right,
all
great.
right.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
your hard work.
Okay, I have a motion to sign warrants.
I make a motion, we sign warrants.
Second.
All in favor?
You. And then they was on strike the pants. All right, that's
And while that's coming
I'll make a
around,
motion, we approve the minutes, of
Thank
January
you.
17th, 2013.
I will second that motion.
all in favor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moving on.
John,
Okay.
you want to start?
First item is a small business, is just letting people know the public works survey is out.
You get a chance to win a free gas card or food card.
And what this is the town of Lubec reaching out to the residents, property owners of Lubec, and we really want to get your input.
Thank you.
We've received about 80 so far, and, you know, I've sat down and everyone that's come into this office, I've read, whether it was for it, whether it was against it. The biggest concern I had was, you know, some of the answers that we would get, you know, weren't going to be constructive, but whether they supported the project or whether they were not in favor of the project, they had good answers and good reasons. So I want to thank everybody that took the time to fill out a survey, and we are awaiting the remainder. And they are all going to be looked at. Data is going to be compiled, and you know, when we go forward, we're going to be using this information.
And the data will be public
Yeah,
once it's
absolutely.
compiled.
Yes.
Sarah, how are they going online? Have you?
What day was that,
I know.
Tuesday? There was 25, and then we started to put the hard copies on,
Right.
and I didn't look today.
Didn't someone say 80?
No,
There.
we're around 80.
So the total is over 100?
No,
that's
total.
Oh, 80 includes the 25 from the
Internet.
internet,
It's
okay.
early, yeah.
And
it's
it's
early,
early,
yeah.
early.
Hopefully we'll get 1,000.
Ours is sitting on the kitchen
I couldn't
table.
be happier if we got that many, really. I mean, we sent out 1,600.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just to let everybody know, they're all being read.
Yep.
You know, all the answers are being
Yeah.
thought of, and everybody that took the time to fill one out, thank you.
And there is the prize, right? It's just as
That's
it.
what we're talking about. No.
Be entered into a drawing
Drawing.
in the gas card or the
For
food
two.
card.
For two.
For two.
We had an anonymous donor come in and say they thought it was a great idea, and they wanted to make a $50 donation so we could give out a second prize.
Right.
So there's going to be a drawing, and it's either going to be for a $50 Gulf gas card or a $50 gift certificate to Lions Store.
Two lucky winners just for giving us your opinion.
That's right. Okay.
Okay.
Under new business, we talked about a letter for Mrs. Sautel for her and William's support at the Whiting Food Pantry. For a number of years, they've been really
Good.
dedicated to the food pantry and to the people of this area. So we've got a letter that we put together, and we'd like to have the selectmen sign it.
Absolutely.
Uh,
Yes, please.
What it states,
So you keep,
and on behalf of the town of Lubec, the Board of Selectmen wishes to recognize you and Bill for your years of service at the Whiting Food Pantry. For many years, you and your husband coordinated and managed our local food pantry. Thanks for your dedication, a valuable resource remained available to assist area residents. Oftentimes, it is small-town spirit that goes above and beyond in the role of caring and providing for people in times of need. The caring and compassion that you and Bill have shown to your local community is appreciated by this board.
We shared your loss, and we've lost a great man.
yeah,
Yes, you
Yes.
have.
yeah, amen.
And you did a nice job too.
Renee did a lot of the work on that.
See, we wouldn't have known that if you hadn't told us.
Well,
He facilitated the hard work.
Fair is fair.
Oh, there.
While that's going around, last Friday, a visitor from Maine Municipal Risk Management visited us. Her name was Ann Schneider.